Art with Clark.
Hey art friends, we're gonna do more stuff with perspective drawing, okay? We're gonna have shapes going down into one point. That point's gonna be our vanishing point. It's gonna be the way you're looking at the picture here. And I'm gonna put a dot in the middle, that will be our vanishing point. And we're gonna have shapes going down to that point. We've done projects like this before, but we're gonna kinda do a little shading. Your first project, we had some shading, and this one will as well. So let me start out. You're gonna find objects around the house, or you could use a ruler or just freehand. I think it looks better if you have a ruler or shapes. But you'll put about maybe at least 8 different shapes all around. And since we've practiced this before, you can put more than we did before. I think last year we put 4 shapes down. That way. Okay, art buddies, now it's time to start drawing this down to the vanishing point, which is right here in the middle. Everything's going to be going down to there. Let me start off with one of the shapes that are going to go straight down and nothing is in between it. Then I think this might be the only shape. So you're going to go from the points on your shape and just draw down to that vanishing point. Go from here and from here. And that was nice and simple. But let's look over here, and this one may have a few more complications. So I would call that the corner. And we're going to take it, draw it down to the vanishing point. And I'm going to come over here. Oh, it's not going to hit the other one. It's just going to slide past it. So that has no complications. And I want to point something out. If you look over here, there's also a corner and there's a corner here. And here's how you test out if you're going to connect it. If you put your ruler on the vanishing point in the corner and you have to draw through your shape, just ignore it. You won't see that side. If I come over here, that one would have to also go through the shape, so you're not going to bother with that corner. Now let's come on over here and let's start getting things that are going to overlap. Let's draw this oval first. Start with the shapes that are the closest to the vanishing point, and then we're going to work our way out. Come here. Okay, simple, simple. Now this one, not as much. Although a circle doesn't have a corner, nor did this, you just go to the outer edge of the circle and connect it to the vanishing point. And then when you get to your other shape, you just stop and pretend it goes behind it. So we're going to go from the edge. I wouldn't go from this edge, because if you think about it, you would have to draw through your shape. Do you see how if I went from even on each side, if you connect it to there, you would have to draw through the shape a little bit, and that doesn't work. So I'm going to come down, put my ruler on the vanishing point, scoop my ruler in. Wherever it touches, that's where we're going to draw to. When I hit that oval, I'm going to stop. All right, let me do just a couple more. I'll do this shape. It's pretty close. This corner. If I connected that one, I'd have to draw it through there. So I'm not doing that one. Come right here. Okay, of course we wouldn't do that one because we'd have to draw through it. Let's do this circle back here, and we'll do this Dorito in a minute. Got it connected to the vanishing point and the edge of the circle. Vanishing point, edge of the circle. Okay, well, let's see. We'll start with this closest corner, vanishing point. This one's a little tricky, so I'm going to take and put it on the vanishing point and the corner. Make sure it's touching both. We're going to draw here, stop. Now that's all you're going to see. It's going to stop right there. All right, let's see. Right here, come up, touch. Vanishing point to there. And you wouldn't connect these because you would have to go through them. All right, up next, we're going to do some shading. Okay, guys, we're going to color these in. You can use colored pencils. You could even use crayons. I'm going to use colored pencils because I think I would prefer that. But you guys just use whatever you have around your house. If you have colored pencils on hand, make sure you have a hand sharpener. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say that the shading, it goes into like a dark hole down here, and it's going to get lighter as we come up. Maybe the light is shining down here and these objects are casting a shadow down low. So here is what I would do. I would take, and I lightly color. Make sure you're coloring in one direction. Sorry guys, I need to grab my reading glasses. All right, much better. I can see where I'm coloring. All right. So I'm not pushing hard. I put a very light layer down, and I'm pushing a little harder on the outside and then lighter in the middle. I just gently color. Just barely touching. Now I'm just almost not even touching this other part. And then I'm gonna go up. I'm even leaving some white right there and come through. All right, so now I want a lot more color value, darks and lights. So I'm gonna come down low and I'm gonna push pretty hard down here. And I'm gonna do some blending, but down at the very bottom, I'm pushing really hard. So I got kind of a dark, medium, and light, but I can really see that there's a hard line right here. So I want it to blend a little better. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go right there and I'm lightly coloring where I see that hard line, and I'm gonna lightly color until I see it blending. Being really careful to leave these light values up there. And I think it's starting to blend nicely there. All right, now you could do a totally different color up there, but I think I'm gonna go with the same color. I am barely pressing down here. I just start off with a really light color, and then I will add more as I go. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys in the video noticed this, but I was laying my pencil down flat like this. Down here, I had a tighter space to work in, so I went straight down right here. I laid it flat so that I had a wider surface to work on. I'm gonna take, and when you want to tell the difference between two edges, you need to do that with contrasting. If you guys remember, contrasting is two things that are so different, they make each other stand out. And the difference here is going to be that this edge is going to be a little darker and this is going to be lighter right here. I almost have pure white right there on that edge. Now I don't want to go super dark because it doesn't make sense that there would be that hard of a shadow there. And really my main purpose right here is just to tell the difference between this edge and the side. So I'm going to go around. I'm trying really hard not to make lines, so I'm applying this very, very lightly. If you press at all, I'll mess up on purpose. If you press, see, you start getting these lines. So I'm just gently dusting it on. And if you mess up, guys, it is not a problem. You are actually supposed to make mistakes and then learn from those mistakes. So don't feel frustrated, and don't feel like your project has to look just like mine. Just take it easy on yourself and be ready to learn and have a good time. All right, I'm going to fast forward the rest, but this is the idea.